There's a new Fortnite season coming out in a few days? Wow, great! Let's talk about the economic state of the Fortnite island. Yes, this is the premium content you subscribe to me for. We're going to be talking about most of the core food companies, some slurp and slap, and all their history. It's more interesting than you might think it is, genuinely. I think most storyline fanatics will have at least one thing in here which will make them think, huh, that happened? So, let's just jump right into it. The first major thing to happen to these franchises was the rifts. I'm sure we all know about the Durrr and Tomato Head mascot heads being rifted away to Earth and who knows where. Going into Season 5, the Durrr head returned nearby Pleasant Park and the Tomato Head was nowhere to be seen. But this didn't stop the Pizza Pit. It was still running. Well, up until it got completely replaced with Tomato Temple. Like, what? This place has, like, zero lore relevance. I don't really know why this happened. I guess it was just for the Season 5 Worlds Collide theme. So yeah, I guess this was a bit of an issue for Pizza Pit. But they just kept going. Not very innocently, though. Yeah, this sudden tempo replacement must have tanked their income, because Tomato Head set up a food truck at Greasy Grove. And won't you know it, Tomato Head releases bugs into the Durrr restaurant and it gets shut down. Tomato Head committed fraud. He got away with it too. I'm not too innocent in this. I'll admit, I used to be a Pizza Pit fan. Honestly, I don't think I ever heard about this until I made this video. At most, I heard about it the week it happened and then I forgot. Some of you might be thinking though, Tater, how were you ever a Pizza Pit fan? Durrr is objectively better, which I completely get. I mean, who wouldn't love this silly little guy? But it is my responsibility as a content creator to be honest with you guys. I've never eaten a burger before. I know, I just haven't. They never seemed appealing to me. I'm just a pizza guy, which makes sense considering pizza pie, you know? Just for you guys, I will eat a burger at the end of this video. So after the main Durrr got shut down, Pizza Pit and Durrr got into a food truck cold war. With no main locations for them to sell food, they had to travel the island. And they were right next to each other competing the entire time. This started the food fight. Oh, how I miss that LTM. They eventually made their way to Retail Row, where they ended up setting up new restaurants. Oh, and not to mention at the same time, a giant iceberg crashed into the island, completely freezing Greasy Grove. The buildings would continue to expand over time. While that was happening, a new location was set up. Softies, an ice cream shop owned by Lil Whip. They had to have known what they were doing with the name. Nothing much really happened with this location, at all, but they would return with more relevance later on. Entering Season 8, the Durrr and Pizza Pit in Retail Row fully expanded, but this didn't last very long. We all know what happened to Retail Row, but we all know what happened after. Durrr and Pizza Pit were back better than ever, and NeoTilted introduced a few new brands such as Nugget Hut and Peely's Banana Stand, which are barely relevant, except there was one more fish stick themed restaurant, which will be. The restaurants were barely affected up until the rift beacons were being set up, bringing alternate realities to the island, which ended up with both Durrr and Pizza Pit being destroyed. Does this mean there are no more main food restaurants on the map? Wait, no. No!
King Taco time! Alright, boys. What?
I honestly don't think I know anybody who likes Guaco's Tacos. Tacos? Not my Greasy Grove. But wow, did this place annoy people. I don't really have anything else to say about this place, other than there was another taco place that was in Retail Row that might relate to it. Chapter 2 time. Unfortunately, the Tomato Head and Durrr mascots are lying next to each other at a landmark called Greasy Graves. But that actually means nothing because they still have food trucks around the map. This didn't come without new competition though. Fish Stick Sticks, or literally just Sticks. What an innovative brand name. We also saw the return of Softies. All of this was incredibly boring until the flood, which left Pizza Pit and Durrr nowhere to be found. Now let's fast forward a bit to Chapter 2 Season 5, because this is when we saw the return of both the Pizza Pit and Durrr locations due to reality breaking down. During this, a new restaurant appeared, the Butter Barn, owned by Mancake. How could you not love this guy? I mean, who doesn't love pancakes? And don't say vegans or lactose and gluten intolerant people because they're not real. Not much actually happens with the Butter Barn. Like actually, compared to the other food mascots, he's definitely the most drama-free. Speaking of drama, Tomato Head actually orders you, the Looper, to destroy things owned by Durrr and also harass and kill any of their customers. Now, not much actually happens after this, so Chapter 3! Guaco gathers a team of food mascots that suspiciously doesn't include Beef Boss. Like, they even got the Bow Bros, and they're so irrelevant, I haven't brought them up once in this video. Yeah, no, Beef Boss himself literally never appears again. I think Tomato had killed him. Anyways, this team of food mascots formed the Foodie Battalion, and they helped the Seven during the Resistance. After the war, though, Lil Whip had apparently decided to follow his dreams of becoming a rapper, and to do so, he got a loan from No Sweat Insurance. With that, he created Masterpiece. Yeah, no wonder he literally had negative album sales. Ever since then, he has not been able to pay off his debt to No Sweat Insurance. That's literally it for Chapter 3. I now understand why people say the storyline fell off. Oh wait, Fish Stick's back? Buddy, you missed a whole war. Chapter 4! Beef Boss is kinda back, but it's not really him, it's some guy called Sir Burger. His British cousin, I'm guessing. Is this guy important? Absolutely! He literally invented space travel. All you needed to do was get the Soaring Sprints augment and buy the dub from him, and you could go figure out what's hidden among the stars yourself. Anyways, I think it's time we finally talk about Slurp. Slurp has been there practically since day one, feeding the island their heals, but seemingly only Slurp was disreputed by them. I haven't seen anything about them being the ones behind S.H.I.E.L.D. Slurp stayed mostly irrelevant and just a gimmick for a few skins, up until Chapter 4 when it seemed to be competing with Slap, a new energy drink company based in Slappy Shores. Slurp was also in Slappy Shores. Though, honestly, it seems a little unclear if they're still in business because the buildings seem old. Nonetheless, a rivalry between Slurp and Slap is implied by some random rift spawns. Other than that though, they seem pretty civil. Though, considering the giant kingdom literally has castles littered with slap bottles, I think it's clear who's on top. Now, Thunder? I don't know, he owned a restaurant and worked with the Peace Syndicate, and then we got a Looper-themed dish. Yeah, the storyline fell off. It'd be really embarrassing if this becomes known as the start of my mukbang career. Shout out to my mom for getting me this. We got the cheese, we got beef, we got tomatoes, and ketchup. I'm not sure if the durrrs actually have ketchup, but I wanted it because I don't want this to actually become a bad experience for me. So yeah, first time eating a burger, here we go. Kinda overrated.